Hello everyone, my name is Kamal Bhatt and I am working as a software product manager at STORDIS. In this video, I will show you how to get your ORCA setup running and discover your sonic switches in just a few minutes. At our wiki stordis.github.io, you can find all the relevant information. At the home page, you can find ORCA Quick Start section. To quickly get your ORCA setup running, we can run ORCA components in Docker containers. All the required Docker images are published publicly at Docker Hub. There are two parts when installing ORCA. One is Neo4j database plus ORCA backend, and another is ORCA user interface. Let us start with installing Neo4j database and ORCA backend. You can click on the link provided in the wiki for that. Once you are on the page for ORCA backend, you can see the two separate Docker commands to run Neo4j and ORCA backend containers. First, just copy the Docker command to run Neo4j Docker container and paste it in the shell. The Docker container should be started in a few seconds. Also, have a look at the arguments supplied in the Docker command. Neo4j auth environment variable is used to set the user and password for the database. Once Neo4j server has started, its web portal can be accessed at port 7474 of the host machine, and use the credentials as supplied in Neo4j auth variable to log in. Next, we will install ORCA backend using the respective Docker command on the wiki. Before proceeding, have a look at the Docker command. Here we need to provide the Neo4j database host IP, which in previous step we just started. We need to give the IP of that host machine. Please note, providing local host as Neo4j host IP in case Neo4j is running on the same host as ORCA backend will not work. As said, instead provide the Neo4j host IP or hostname. Once the ORCA backend has been started, you can verify this by accessing APIs list at port 8000 of ORCA backend container host machine. Now we have our backend setup completed. Let us try to set up ORCA user interface. Like Neo4j and ORCA backend, ORCA UI can also be started in Docker container using a single Docker command. Go to the respective ORCA UI wiki page and execute the command provided under Quick Start section. Like ORCA backend was dependent on Neo4j, similarly, ORCA UI is dependent on ORCA backend. Here in the command, you need to provide ORCA backend host and port to start ORCA UI Docker container. Here again, providing localhost as ORCA backend address will not work. Instead, it should be the host machine IP address where ORCA backend container is running. Once the ORCA UI has been started, you can access the ORCA UI at port 3000 of the ORCA UI host machine. Initially, UI loading can take a few seconds. Once the page is loaded, you can log into ORCA using default credentials, which are admin. Now we have started all the 3 containers, which can be seen by executing docker ps command. Now it is time to discover our devices. For that, click on the Discover Network button on the top left corner. Provide the IP of device in your SONiC network. Here you can provide IP of 1 or more devices or even network addresses separated by comma. Discovery process might take some time. The discovery algorithm in ORCA discovers the devices for which the management IP is provided and also all its LLDP neighbors if found any, and also creates a topology in the Neo4j graph database. During the discovery process, you can see the Neo4j DB being populated with configurations and links. Once fully discovered, you can navigate through the details of the devices in ORCA UI and do several configurations. The result of a particular configuration request is displayed in the log panel below, with the reason of failure if occurs any. Thanks for watching. The open source project ORCA initiated by STORDIS is a significant step forward for open networking and SONiC. We warmly invite you to contribute and enhance the valuable resource for the community. Your support really makes a difference. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more updates. See you next time.